Credit card swipe fees. Just the mention of them can make your blood boil. It's no secret that credit card swipe fees are outrageously expensive. But because of the way that credit card issuers structure their fees, the effect is not the same for all business models. There are hundreds of ways that any given purchase could be charged based on what is being purchased, the amount of the transaction, what kind of card is used by the consumer, even what bank issued the card. And understanding the process is confusing and overwhelming. In 2011, Congress decided to get involved and it really caused a major upheaval for thousands of small businesses in the U.S. And the result for convenience stores was devastating. The Durbin Amendment put restraints on how the card issuers could charge merchants for the use of their cards. That sounds like a good thing, right? Not necessarily. Under the Durbin Amendment, debit cards and credit cards are treated in two completely different ways. Both card types cost the merchant a percentage of the sale plus a transaction fee. But the use of debit cards has a resounding negative effect on merchants that have a smaller average ticket size. For these merchants, the swipe fees represent a larger percentage of the ticket total. Let me show you what I mean. In our example, we're going to assume a swipe fee of 0.75% plus 27 cents as a transaction fee. This is typical of an average swipe fee for a regulated Visa debit card. Now let's add up the transaction cost for each sale. So on the $50 purchase, the merchant is paying 31 cents in swipe fees. And with a $10 purchase, the merchant pays 28 cents. But the real story here is the percentage of the total, because that is what is reflected on your bottom line. The 31 cents paid with the $50 purchase is just over 0.5% of the sale, where the 28 cents paid with the $10 sale represents a whopping 2.8% of that sale, probably a higher percentage than the merchant made in profit on the sale. This is especially troubling for operators of convenience stores due to their slim profit margins. Let's establish some facts. According to the National Association of Convenience Stores, the average C-store runs about 2% before tax profits. The average transaction amount for an in-store purchase was less than $10, and the average credit card swipe fee ranged from 2 to 3%. However, a swipe fee for a debit card on purchase of $10 or less could be as much as 4% depending on the processor. That said, your credit card processing costs rival your pre-tax profits. Wouldn't it be great if there was a way to reduce or eliminate these fees and put that money directly onto your bottom line instead of giving it away to the card issuers every month? Well, there is a simple and patented program that does just that. And it's been in use for over 10 years by thousands of merchants nationwide. Because of its patent, it is the only compliant automatic credit card discount program available today. Let me show you how it works. Our analysts look at the card usage history for each store to determine the demographics and card types being used by the majority of your customers. Based on that data, a service charge is added to every transaction to help defray the cost of swipe fees. For our example, we'll make it 49 cents. A 49-cent discount is added to each credit or cash tender to discourage debit card usage and steer customers to use cash or credit cards, which carry lower swipe fees than debit cards for small purchases. 30 to 50% of your customer base will not be affected by the service fee, since it only applies to debit card purchases. And since 50 to 70% of your transactions are done with debit cards, you can expect a major reduction in total swipe fees. The debit credit discount program does not apply to outside fuel sales, so you don't ruffle any feathers with your jobber. The debit credit discount program pays most or all of the debit card fees through the 49-cent service charge, saving you those fees. All debit and credit cards are swiped just like they always have been. Your clerks don't have to do anything any different. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that my customers will see the sign that shows the 49-cent charge and leave without purchasing. You will be pleased to know that most of our merchants have not considered the small loss of customers they experience to be anything even to worry about. Further, the huge savings that they have enjoyed every month has kept them on board with the DCD program as long-term customers. You're already seeing the advantages of keeping the credit card swipe fees from going to the big credit card issuers and putting those swipe fees back into your profits. Here's the bottom line. If you're showing a pre-tax profit of 2% and you're paying 2% in swipe fees, But by using our DCD program, you're able to reduce those swipe fees to 1%. You just increased your profits to 3% overnight. So join the thousands of other businesses just like yours around the country that have grown their bottom line by putting those credit card swipe fees back into their own pockets. Click, email, or call Enter First, and let's get started today.